everyone, welcome back to a new video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And today we have a new haul. I picked up 6 more items, 5 of which are games, and 1 is a case for a PSP. And very happy with this haul. Thanks again to the local collector, local seller, Isaac. Thank you so much. Thank you for cutting me an amazing deal. And you didn't really have to, but I really appreciate it. And rest assured, I will take care of these games and I will cherish them as long as I live. So let's get started, guys. We're just going to dive into it. The first item we're going to look at here is this Logitech PSP case. It's pretty cool. Making sure my audio here is working. And here is the back of it with the main characters. And I absolutely love Initial D. It's my #1 favorite anime. And next up, it would be Attack on Titan and My Hero Academia. But yeah, Initial D, very special to me. And the seller showed me this. Is like, hey, look what I got. And I was like, dude, I gotta buy that. Please, can I have it? And he sold it to me for $5. And I'm aware at some of these like cases, you can like add certain like pictures to it or something, because I know I have one just like this, not a Logitech, but another brand. And I bought this big lot of PSP stuff from another seller on eBay, and he had like this half-naked chick on the front, so it was kind of weird. That's not the reason why I bought it, but I found that kind of interesting. And then when I opened it up and I took the rubber out, that's when I found out that it was just, I thought it was the case like that, but it was just like a piece of paper or some kind of artwork that was cut out, which I think is pretty dope because you can put whatever, you know, your heart desires on there. So this to me is perfect, and I probably will never change this. This is amazing, and I really wanted it, so that's a nice little addition to my collection. And now we're going to move on to the 5 games here, and these are pretty killer. And then when it comes to collecting, like I'm just starting to collect video game titles, like hard copies this year, and it's kind of random. I really am not like on the hunt for specific games, but if I see something that I really like or I've never really had a chance to play when I was growing up, and I think 95% of the time that I see stuff I've never really played. I'm into fighting games, racing games, I don't know what these other kind of games are called. I played a lot of adventure games and stuff. So anyways, let's get into the next one. This is a PSP title. And again, an excellent job on protecting this stuff. And this one just slipped out of my hand here. 1 second. So here is the All-Star After Secret Sweet and Bitter box for the PSP. I don't know what this this game is about, or what it's about, or what the genre is, but the seller told me, hey, you should pick up these 4 and flip them. And I was like, I don't want to flip them. I probably would just keep them because I'm a huge PSP addict, and you know, just that right there on the box is enough for me to keep it. That right there, the PSP. I don't know any of these characters, and I probably will never play this game, but just having it in the box limited edition is pretty cool. And he has 4, there was a total of 4, and I decided to pick, so there's a bunch of games I want to buy from this collector, but I told him, hey, I can only buy, you know, a certain amount at a time. Can you hold on to them? And he was more than willing to work with me, and I'm gonna be buying some more from this local seller, and very excited to get the rest of, you know, whatever I choose from his collection. And there's 4 of them, and I chose to get 1 and some other stuff from different lots just to kind of give a variety and just get started with the collection. And I think this is a really beautiful piece, nice piece to have. Again, this is a limited edition box, and he was telling me that this has a sealed game in it, so it's never been open, which is pretty cool. And Yeah, very very happy about this one, and I didn't even know he had them. He just said, "Hey, you should buy these," and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll buy them." PSP, man. Anyways, moving on to the next games. Now, these are amazing. I can't believe that I have these, and I've always wanted them as a kid, and I always thought anybody who had them had real money or whatever. But here is the next one. This is Street Fighter Zero, the Japanese version for the PS1. And here's the back of that right there. And I gotta say, this artwork on the front, I've always loved this artwork of Ken and Ryu. It's just so badass. And just all the aesthetics when it comes to this Japanese version is so on point. Like, you have this little tag on the side, just the Japanese writing, the lettering, and the characters on the back, and it's perfect to me. And I'm a huge Street Fighter fan, and this is my first ever Japanese PS1 game in my collection. Well, I got two more, but these are the first several of the collection here, and I'm just amazed. And I'm a huge Street Fighter guy. I grew up playing Street Fighter 2 all the time. I played Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Turbo, and then later on I started playing Street Fighter Alpha 3. That was one of my favorites, and I'm a big Street Fighter guy. I love Ryu, I love Ken, and yeah, just very nostalgic. You know, Akuma, Bison, Zangief, all of them. But I hate those newer ones. I don't know. I just can't get into new stuff like Street Fighter 4 or 5. The characters just look so out of whack. I mean, Chun-Li looks good. So, and the other female characters are on point. But the guys, man, I don't know. They made them look really, really weird, you know? I don't know. But yeah, that's a super nice piece to add to the collection there. Next up, we have Street Fighter 02. Damn. Look at that beauty right there. Akuma and Ryu. Look at that. That's so sick. That artwork alone is worth getting this game. I don't even want to play. I just want to like keep it in there. Like, don't even touch it. Yeah, again, beautiful, beautiful piece for the PS1. I never thought I would ever own something like this, so it is so crazy to me. And I will cherish this for a very long time. But yeah, these are pretty sick. And I've never played 01 or 02. So I'm excited to jump on those. Next up we have 03, but I think they would call it are these all alphas? Like, I remember this one being Street Fighter Alpha 3. So is that Alpha 2 and 1? I'm not sure. But I'm pretty familiar with that 3. I think that's Street Fighter 3 Alpha. Street Fighter Alpha 3. So yeah. Nice. Excellent piece. And I like how it says PlayStation like on, it's like engraved into the case. Like, the Japanese really made these games extra special. And they gave it extra flair, you know? Something about them just more unique. And finally, the final game. Oh, and these were gosh, I forgot how much these were all each individual. I think 02 was $20. 03 and 1 were $35. And then the special edition PSP was like 20 or $30, something like that. But anyways, I paid $150 for all this stuff, which is not bad. Now the final game. This one is, man, I tell you, I can't believe I got this one again. Like, wow. Here it is, guys. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the PlayStation 2, the import Japanese version. Look at that. That artwork in the front is so much better than the US version. And I don't understand how the US version is so much more. Like, I think the US version is going for like $150. And this one, he sold it to me for, well, he was going to sell it to me for 45, and then he dropped it to 35 to help me out. So again, Isaac, thank you so much, man. You're the best. I really do appreciate it, man. And I'm looking forward to putting some more money in your pocket and buying some more of your collection. So yeah, again, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This game was very special to me growing up as a kid. I remember going into this restaurant called Funruckers, and we would go and get their burgers because their burgers were amazing and huge. And we would always run to the arcade area, and right there was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And me and my brother were like, what? Because we had the first one for the PS1. And I remember our older brother took us to Funkoland. I don't know if you guys remember this store, but Funkoland was a very old school gaming store, and we've only been there. That was like a rare occurrence, man. I think I've only been there twice in my lifetime. And Funkoland was such a... I felt like that was bigger than Toys R Us. Toys R Us was like legit amazing and like every kid's dream to go. But Funkoland was like a really rare, like almost seeing like a Bigfoot kind of thing. I don't, or something, or a shooting star or something. I don't know, but it was crazy to go into that store and see all these games, and from the NES all the way up to the current gen stuff. And my brother bought us, he was like, I'll buy you one game. And so he took us to the store, and we were going to get Bloody Roar because we remembered we played that game. But my brother's like, nah, don't get that one. He's like, get Marvel vs. Capcom because that one has more characters. So we're like, all right. We're like, man, I don't know. We might not like it. And when we got home and played it, dude, we never stopped playing that game. Marvel vs. Capcom 1 is by far super nostalgic for me. And then when we saw Marvel vs. Capcom 2 at the Funruckers or Fuddruckers or whatever the hell that restaurant's called, we were just like, as kids, we're like, what? There's a second one? And then we looked, we're like, what? There's all these different characters. We're like, whoa, who is this guy? There's a mummy guy. There's Magneto, Cyclops, like what? And we're just we're just nerding out as little kids. And we would sit there, play, and we would demand quarters from our mom and dad. It was like, you need to give us quarters right now. We want to play this game right now. And they're like, all right. And we would go play after, our service at church, and everyone was feeling good, and my mom and dad would give us like a couple dollars to play. And yeah, man, those were good times. Those were some times in my life that were actually pretty decent. And Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is just such a special game, and it's by far one of the more favorites, I would say, in the fighting community, I guess, in the FGC is what they call it, fighting game community. Such a cringe community, but anyways, excellent piece. I love this. Freaking Psylocke is on here. That's crazy, man. And that artwork just beats the US. Again, the Japanese just does a wonderful job on their aesthetics on their games. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 5 games and the case that I got for $150. I'm super excited to add these to the collection, and I'm gonna try, I guess, to end this video, I'm gonna explain as to how I'm gonna start collecting again. Right now, I really I'm on a random kind of whatever sparked my interest at the moment, right? Right now, I actually did buy a couple games on eBay, some Initial D stuff that's only exclusive to Japan, and some other racing games that are very, like, never seen before, like Battle Gear. I don't know if you guys ever heard that, but I'm looking forward to getting that. I'm buying some more PSPs to add to the collection and some limited edition stuff. So there's a lot of stuff coming in very soon. And man, I just can't wait. This is exciting. I'm glad that I'm collecting again. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. This was a lot of fun. And please be on the lookout for some reviews or what. I'm not going to really review these games, but I'm just going to play them for the first time and see how they go and just give my 2 cents on them and go from there. So thanks again, guys, for being here, for sticking around. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more content on the channel. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one.